As most of you know, the lack of ammo production really has everything to do with the raw materials, specifically primers. Primer shortage has been an issue since really the ammo shortage began, and we went through it and then it ended, and it still is difficult to keep up with primer production. Now, ultimately what we're seeing now is Europe and the US are saying they can't keep up with supplying ammo to Europe, to the war in Europe. And the problem is that, well, primer production is darn limited. So what's the solution? Well, as it turns out, Lake City Ammo in Independence, which makes small arms ammunition, specifically 5.56 and 7.62 ammo, they're amping up primer production exponentially. Now, if you look at the history of primer production at Lake City Ammo, they've always made their own primers. Now, in 2017, there was a massive explosion there from primer production, but it never really changed. Nothing, there just was this production of primers that didn't increase, didn't decrease, just kind of stayed the same, plateaued, so to say. Well, primer production at Lake City Ammo, the small arms manufacturer in the U.S., the major small arms manufacturer for the U.S. Army in the U.S., is amping up primer production significantly. This is really the first major change at Lake City Ammo since really there was the rumor that they were going to stop producing 5.56 ammo for civilians. So far, that's been a rumor. But primer production increasing exponentially at Lake City Ammo. This is something that's going to dramatically increase the U.S. Army's ability to produce small arms ammo. The problem is I'm certain most of it is going to go to Europe. A lot of times people kind of question mark, well, how much ammo does the U.S. Army have on, just stockpiled? Well, the best estimate is 4 to 12 billion rounds of small arms ammo. But again, most of what we're going to see with this increase in primer production at the Lake City Ammo plant is going to be going to Europe. So there you go. What's the U.S.'s response to not being able to produce enough ammo to supply Europe? Let's make some more primers. And that really is the solution. If you're wondering, well, what would be the solution to not being able to produce enough ammo from Europe? It'd be produce more primers. What's the solution for solving the ammo shortage originally? Produce more primers. This is going to be the problem. It was the problem. It is the problem. And it's going to continue to be the problem, especially as we see more and more and more ammo going over to Europe. If in the event anything happens here in the U.S. that causes civilians to panic buy, we're going to see an ammo shortage unlike anything we've ever seen because of the ammo that's going over to Europe. But right now, Lake City Ammo amping up primer production exponentially. Great news. Love hearing this. Any thoughts or insight on any of that, definitely put it in the comments below. If you like this video, click like and subscribe. Feel called to support this channel through Patreon. That link is also below. But the most important part of this channel is we take prayer requests, so please don't ever hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, and love guns.